And then there was one. Back to here as 33 are down in the books, and this is the final round of the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 28. The 34th and final stop will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the running of the Napa Know-How 500. And after checking the points after race at Phoenix, though, we heard the championship has officially been clinched at that race at Phoenix, as Seth Cole is officially now, Seth Cole has officially won his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series championship. And guess what? He follows that up with a pole-sitting run at Atlanta as well, too, at over 188 miles an hour. He's on the pole for this racer today. Alongside of him is Kev Shear in car 71. Second row is Joshua Osborne in 28. And beside him will be car 26, Quentin Moore. Third row is the car 98, Zach Rogers. He'll be alongside Charles Sanford in car number 90. Fourth row has Nathan Hudson, 16, and number 3, Cole Deaver. That's the fourth row. Fifth row is Levi McIntyre. Beside him is Johnny Gardner in car 66. Going to row number 6, we have car number 44, Matt McIntyre, who's a two-time winner season so far. He won that race at Phoenix, Arizona. The last race we brought to you on the tour. Beside him will be Dylan Poteet in car 22. Next row down has 21, Keith Batson, who's currently second place in the points there, but he is trying to hold off Jessica Shelton for that number 2 spot in the points, as he only leads Shelton by just 5 points for that spot. Flanking him outside will be car number 12. It is the car of Ryan George. Next row down has car number 1, Trent Dunham, and number 5, Phil Parker. Both have won a race this season. Next row down has Dylan Young in number 2. Has yet to win this season. He won the last time he was here at Atlanta, or he won last season's race here at Atlanta, not the last time he was here. The last time he was here at Atlanta, it was won by Seth Cole. But anyway, Dylan Young won the last time he was here last time he was here at Atlanta for the finale in the number 2 Red Roof Vince Buick. Flanking him is Shay Dairyman on the outside. Next row down has car number 27, Stephen Cohen, and beside him would be car number 4. It is William Brock. Next row down has number 89, James Sykes, and beside him would be car number 7. It is Mike Becker. Next row down has car number 9, Jessica Shelton, and of course Melling Ford. She's alongside Aaron Macklin in car number 88. Next row down has number 43, Kyle Matthews, who's on the outside. Inside of him, starting ahead of him, is number 84, Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater coming off a pretty good run he had at Phoenix. Next row down has number 8, Matt Haas, and number 11, it is Zach Winkle. Next row down has 97, Laura Chung, and 33, Jacob Thibodeau. And it's Mitchell Collins at number 70 and Jesse Turner in 48. Next row down has number 67. It is Chelsea Bowles at number 41. It is Colton Schwartz. Next row down has number 64, Jay Jefferson, and number 15, number 55, excuse me, the winner of the second race at Rockingham. It is Rob Evans on the outside. Next row down has the winner of the second Talladega race. It is Dana Bouchard in car number 14, and one number up in car 15 is Kat Batson. Next row down is Jordan Anderson in 51 and 47, Zed Weinstein starting shotgun field, be car number 75, the Simonized Car Wash Pontiac of Travis Furness. He's on the out. He's starting shotgun in the field here. Pole speed for this race, as we mentioned, 188 miles an hour. Seth Cole, as we mentioned, already crowned the champion for season 28 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, his first ever championship. He backs it up with winning the pole just for good measure. But let's remember also there's also some battles going on for other positions there for the season points here. And we also need to mention that I think Colton Schwartz is also clinched the season 28 Rookie of the Year for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. So Colton Schwartz, who had that big win at Darlington for the Southern 500, so he's looking to be one of the drivers that ends the season on a high note. You got some drivers that's not yet won this season. Charles Sanford's not won yet this season. Neither is Dylan Young. He's also not won a season yet, and so these two drivers may be looking for some, or let's just say those two drivers have a lot of incentive to try to win here today. But we'll see what happens here as the 41 cars will wait for the word to fire the engines, which will be coming up right now here for the Napa Know-How 500. Commands again the fire the engines as we get some racing here today. at Atlanta as we have 50 laps remaining on the season here. So basically, our roll as the field rolls off a pit road for the pace up. We'll be back for the start right after this. Field rolling through turns number 3 and 4 here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway here as the Napa Know-How 500 is about to get underway. The 34th and final race of the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 28 is about to get underway here. Seth Cole already crowned the champion here. Already crowned the champion. What am I talking about? Already crowned the champion. Leads him off turn number 4 here. He and Kev Shear leads him down for the green flag. And for the last time in season 28, the green flag flies are underway. Seth not only looking to end the season on a high note, though, but he's also hoping to pull off the Atlanta sweep. He won the last time he was here in the first Atlanta stop of the season. Joshua Osborne in second position. Osborne looks to the low side now, trying to lead his first lap of the race here. Nope, Seth Cole does. And Seth, that just gives him 5 bonus points for leading a lap. But now Joshua Osborne off to turn number 2, the man who won the second Michigan race of the season, and as well as the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Looks for the lead here. Zach Rogers trying to push him in 98. Nathan Hudson right there behind him. Same with Levi McIntyre. Levi has one of our in-car cameras in today's race too. Along also with Jessica Shelton and along also with Kyle Matthews. A lot of ride changes that would be made though the next time we come back here. The next race after this, which will be the first race of season 29. A lot of ride changes will be taking place though when we head back to Daytona for Speed Weeks, leading up to the Daytona 500. Osborne leads that lap right there, and of course, Osborne will be one of those with a new ride next season. He'll have the number 60 Mopar Dodge next season for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Here, he'll be driving a Dodge Charger next season. Zach Rogers right there behind him here. Rogers, not sure what ride he'll have next season as well too, but I'm sure he'll probably come up with something. And Rogers led that lap by just a smidgen over Osborne. A almost 190 mile an hour pace lap happening here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As we watch Nathan Hudson go to the low side there, trying for the lead now. As they go through turns number 3 and 4 here, Rogers gets pushed out to the top spot here. As they come off turn number 4. Off turn number 2 they come here. Rogers has the lead, but Osborne trying to fight back on the outside of the track here. And like I said, what a race we're having right here. This, like I said, it's a 190 mile an hour pace lap here at Atlanta Motor Speedway we're seeing here. As they come off turn number 4 here, McIntyre now looks to the low side of Seth Cole to try to take position away. That is for 4th position. Riding with Levi McIntyre in car number 17. And now Nathan Hudson looks to the low side, tries to go for the lead on Rogers, and he's got it through turns 3 and 4. But Zach trying to fight back on the outside of the track here. Levi looks low, moves Hudson up the high side now through turns number 1 and 2. And they're going to be 3 wide off turn number 2 here. Average fast lap race so far by Daniel Bouchard at 189.782. Boy, what a race we're seeing there. Coming off turn number 4 here, 3 wide for the lead. Who leads this lap? I think it's going to be Hudson. Nope, it's going to be Rogers leading that lap. And McIntyre and Rogers are both going to squeeze Hudson just a little bit right there. Hudson's not in an enviable position right now, as he's pretty much the monkey in the middle on the backstretch here as they come down as they go into turn number 3. Another three-way for second place here as Matt McIntyre gets in this mix now. Matt trying to push Levi. Trying to lead his first lap of the race here, but Rogers leads that lap again. So interesting racing. So interesting race happening so far here at Atlanta as now Levi McIntyre's finally been pushed to the lead now, but here comes Matt McIntyre to the low side. Matt looking for his second victory in a row to try to close off the season. He dominated at Phoenix the last race on the tour. And Levi takes the lead here as he leads his first lap of the race here. Levi trying to hold on to a top 10 spot in the points. He comes in this race 9th in the standings coming in this race. They're talking about the man who won the championship in season 25 and did it without winning a race too. But Levi is not, and they didn't completely skunk Levi this season. He won the 600 at Charlotte back earlier in the season. And you talk about drivers who has not yet won, including Charles Stanford and Dylan Young. Well, there's another driver on the inside. Keith Batson's not yet won this season. Hasn't won since last season's Daytona 500, and he's won here at Atlanta before. Talk about the man in the 21 Valvoline Ford. And he'll have his own ride next season for KAB Enterprises for him and his wife, Kat. So Matt McIntyre leads his first lap of the race here, and now here comes Keith Batson to the low side, the man from the state of Maine. As he comes off turn number 2, Keith to the low side, Matt to the high side as they come off into the third turn, completing the 13th lap of this race so far. We'll be down to 37 to go on the season here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the season finale, the Napa Know-How 500. As the field thunders into turn number 1 once again, Phil Parker goes to the lead now in car number 5. Trent Dunham behind him, and Stephen Cohen in 27, the old Milwaukee Pontiac. There's a team that's gotten their stuff together late in the season here. So Cohen has moved into the top 10 or maybe top 5 if he can get by both Hudson and Matt McIntyre as they come on turn number 2. William Brock behind him in the 4, 89, James Sykes. And right there behind Sykes there, that number 9, Jessica Shelton. Shelton in the number 9 Coors Melling Ford here. She has a love-hate relationship with Atlanta. She's won here in the series before, as a matter of fact, too. That being a few seasons back when I think she won the first visit to Atlanta. But other than that, though, and I think the only other time I've noticed she won in Atlanta was in Kyle Matthews' Dr. Pepper Cup Series when she won that race in the number 28 Davey Allison car from 1990. I think some person finished second in that race too. Oh yeah, I'm the one who did. Anyway, but just pointing out that Shelton's won here twice, believe it or not, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here, and that being the 2 series that she's won in my series and in Kyle Matthews' series as well too. But anyway, she runs right now top 10 or tries to take top 10 position from Matt McIntyre. Meantime, 3 wide, 2 rows deep here. As Stephen Cohen tries to take the lead for the first time here. And he's up to the 3rd spot. He was clocked 3rd the last time by. Trent Dunham led the last time by. They're averaging over 187 miles per hour here after 17 laps in this race here. And boy, some tremendous stuff here. And somehow Nathan Hudson's got the 2nd position. And Joshua Osborne's now gone up behind Hudson. Phil Parker in that mix, as well as William Brock in the number 4 car. I'll tell you what, if they finish this way, 3 wide, 2 rows deep there, boy, I guarantee I'd be about losing my mind if they do. But now Hudson goes back out to the lead as he pulls ahead of Dunham. But here comes number 27, Stephen Cohen, trying to take the lead for the first time here. And now Osborne's the one stuck in the middle. And to the start finish line, Nathan Hudson leads his first lap. 20 down, or 20, actually almost 20 down in the books here. We heading down to 30 laps remaining in this race here on the season as they come down off turn number 2. Mike Beckert, another one trying to close the season out on a high note. He'll be back to number 43 Richard Petty ride next season. Becker had a top 10 finish at Phoenix, so he right now runs in 11th position right now, as now William Brock goes to the top spot. Stephen Cullen led his first lap of the race. Oh, I do not like the looks of this right here in Atlanta. I do not like the looks of this. They're going 3 wide, 2 rows deeper, and it's amazing they've held on for this long. As they come off turn number 4 here, James Sykes to the low side in the 89 car. Sykes, another driver who's not yet won a race in this series too. Well, not yet in his career. He will be back next season with number 55 Ford, by the way, for his team for Quentin Moore Motorsports, which is kind of a quasi team with Gardner Evans Motorsports, kind of a merged team in some ways too, but also kind of an alliance. Three wide here between Dunham, Osborne, and Shelton as they go into turn number 1 here. As Jess goes low, tries to get by both Osborne and Dunham, but Osborne fights back on the outside of the track here. 28 Hardy's car's got some power. He's got the draft off Stephen Cullen in 27. Pushes Cullen to the low side now as they go through turns number 3 and 4. Brock has to leave it. Cullen fights back on the inside of the racetrack as they come up to number 4. And it's going to be Brock leading that lap by just about a full car length. Check the fastest lap race so far here. Daniel Bouchard has the fastest lap race so far at 189.782. Just pushing 190 miles an hour, but not quite getting there. Nearing the halfway point here in Atlanta. Halfway is 25 laps. As they come down the backstretch here, Sykes now looks to the low side, tries to make it 3 wide for the top spot here between he, Brock, and Cullen. And now Stephen Cullen goes to the low side here, tries to get with James Sykes in the 89 car, pair of Pontiacs on that low side of the track here. One's maroon color and the other's white and blue. Actually, a splash of blue and red in there. But as they come down through turns number 3 and 4 here, now Cullen finally does take the lead as they come off turn number 4. Brock fights back on the outside. He moves up about a lane up on the high side. Tries to take the lead from Cullen. No, he does not. And now James Sykes goes low and tries to move inside of both Nathan Hudson and Joshua Osborne as they come off turn number 2. And now here they come off second turn. Osborne squeezes in front of Trent Dunham in the number 1 car. This is going to be nerve-wracking for some of these guys that are trying to drive like this. Back on board with Jessica Shelton. She runs in 4th right now. Cullen moves down on the low side, tries to block Sykes in the 89 car. Jess took a peek to the low side of Sykes' cars. They come off turn number 4. 3 wide still off that for the lead off that 4th turn. And it's Cullen who has to lead that time by. And now Stephen Cullen and Joshua Osborne trying to pull ahead, but Sykes is not giving up in that 89 car. Shelton's still trying to push him. 185 miles an hour is what we're looking at here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's how fast they're doing here on this track. Cohen led that lap by just inches over Osborne that last time by. And now Sykes looks to the low side, tries to take the lead from those two cars. He goes into turn number 3. Sykes in the 89, Osborne 28. Osborne pushes Cohen up the track. Here they come through turns number 3 and 4. Osborne pulls ahead of Sykes as they come off turn number 4. And Joshua takes the lead, though, but here comes Shelton to the low side, trying to make a 3-way for second place. And says, thanks a lot, guys. And now she's going to try to get by Joshua Osborne for the lead. And she's got the push from Zachary Fitzwater in the 84 car, but here comes Sykes back up the middle. Chevy on the high side, Ford on the low side. Osborne beats Sheldon to the line that time for that lap by about a half a car length. Boy, what racing we're seeing here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This may be one of the real sparkers of the season so far. And there's both Charlotte races were really, really good. Talladega, Daytona. And now here at Atlanta, we're seeing a really, really good race. Shelton to the low side, looks for the lead in that lap here. Osborne comes back on the outside, tries to get her to the line. No, he does not. Shelton leads her first lap of the race. But now Fitzwater moves to the high side and now makes it 3 wide again. 3 wide, about 3 rows deep, I think it is. Now you got a pair of red and white cars with a splash of orange in that bunch too, and Shelton pushes Osborne up the track, saying, I don't like what you did here. And oh, Fitzwater pushes Shelton up the track. Here they come on turn number 4, Becker. Oh. I thought Becker was going to pull a big no-no and is making it 4 wide off turn number 4, and that would not have been a smart move. And now Mike Becker goes to second position in that blue and white number 7 as he goes into turn number 3. And now he challenges Fitzwater for the lead. And where did Laura Chung and Zach Winkle come from? Zach Winkle's won in the series before, but it's been a long time since he last won. Laura Chung, on the other hand, has never won in the series. Here can one of those two pull up an upset? Boy, it'd be interesting to see what happens here in these final 15 laps here at Atlanta. It'll be 15 to go this time by. To the start-finish line here, Becker by just inches led that lap here. That was 200 of a second at the time by between the front 3 cars. Actually, look at the margin. It's 900 between the front 5 cars here. This is Talladega racing we're watching here at Atlanta. Becker to the lead. Here comes Chung to the low side for second place. 3 wide. 2 rows deep again off turn number 4. Last lap by for Mike Becker, 184.915 miles an hour. That's how fast they were running here. Almost 185 miles an hour here at Atlanta. And here comes Laura Chung to the left side. Is she going to lead her first lap of the race? No, she does not. Becker does by just the inches at the line. And here comes number 11, Zach Winkle to the left side. Zach Rogers in that mix as well too. Shelton, look at that horsepower she's got on the high side of the track here in the middle. And she pulls back alongside Chung. And now you got ladies side by side for the lead. Here, Shelton versus Chung. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what 185 miles an hour looks like from a speed shot. And Shelton led that lap by just inches over Becker. What a wild finish we're going to have here today. Here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Don't go away, folks. There's the whole field. You paid your money, now take your choice. 10 to go next time by. Laura Chung goes low. Shelton to the high side. She keeps the lead for the time being here. Moves down low in the track here. Becker trying to push her. And here comes Chung and Zach Winkle. Winkle's car next season will have number 93. It'll be the Amoco Dodge next season. For Sheldon, she'll have number 9. It'll be number 9 Ford again next season. But it'll be Kano-chan TV next season on her car. If you don't know what Kano-chan TV is, by the way, that's the official YouTube channel of WWE wrestler Asuka, by the way, which is her favorite WWE wrestler. Off turn number 4 here. Chung to the low side. She gonna lead that lap? I think she did by just inches. Yes, she did. 9 to go. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here. Here comes Zach Winkle to the low side. He's got Zach Rogers behind him. A pair of Zachs hooked up here. Mitchell Collins, haven't given him. Gotta give a call. Also the 70 car, Mitchell Collins. He's up to the top 10 now. Running 7th in that number 70 car. Collins won the season at Dover, the first Dover race we had this season. Coming to start finish line, we have now 7 laps remaining. Shelton again led that time by over Chung. And now Chung goes low, takes the lead by about a car length over Shelton, but here comes Shelton trying to fight back off turn number 2. She's got the push from Becker's car. But Shelton has the fight back on the outside of the track here off turn number 4. 6 to go. Shelton looks here, pulls ahead, throws the block on Laura Chung now as they come off turn number 2. Shelton again gets a little bit loose off that second corner here as they come down the backstretch. Chung remains to the low side, trying to strike. Zach Winkle up there, he's in the top 5 here. Rogers behind him, Dunham, Osborne. And here comes Mike Becker for the lead. Look, darn pace car. Mike Becker for the lead. He's got it through 1 and 2. Here they come off turn number 2. Shelton fights back on the outside again. A pair of Fords side by side, the 9 and a 7. Becker has not won all season long. Shelton is going for her 4th this season. 4 to go. Fitzwater to the outside of the track here, trying to push Shelton to the lead. But Becker is not giving up in that number 7 car. He is tired of not winning this season. And he pushes Shelton up the track now. Here comes Becker back to the low side off turn number 4. Is he going to lead this up? He's got a head full. He's got a head of steam. No, he does not. Shelton led that lap again. 47 down, 3 to go. And it's Mike Becker to the top spot now. Shelton fights back on the outside again off turn number 2. And third turn 3 and 4. Shelton fights back on the outside again off turn number 4. Mike Becker leads hits. I think Mike Becker led that lap again. Yes, he did. Becker led that lap. 2 to go. Shelton comes back on the outside again off turn number 2. This is going to be a pace lap to the finish here in Atlanta. Who's it going to be? Will it be Mike Becker in the 7 or Jessica Shelton in the 9? Who will it be? Could Laura Chung possibly come to the inside and take an upset victory? White flag waves. 1 lap remaining here in Atlanta. Here we go. Final lap of the season. Shelton to the high side. Becker to the low side through turns 1 and 2. Becker pulls ahead by about a car length off turn number 2. Shelton comes back on the outside down the backstretch. Into turn number 3 they come here. Becker to the low side, Shelton to the high side. Here they come off the 4th corner. I think Becker may have his first win of the season. Here they come off the 4th turn. Shelton come on the head of steam to the start-finish line. It is Mike Becker winning here in Atlanta. Woo! What a finish to close out season 28. Mike Becker, after all the troubles he had this season, all the hardships he's had this season, here he had to endure. Here, all the times it seemed like whether it rained, it poured for him all season long, and finally it all comes together. In the last race of the season sees Mike Becker get his first and only win this season, as he takes the number 7 711 Chief Auto Parts Ford to victory lane here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, averaging 185, 551, and beats out one of the best in Jessica Shelton to the start finish line. I'd say that was a darn good race, especially those final 4 or 5 laps. That was, oh my gosh, that was really something. Let's take a look at let's take a look at that finish again. They came off to number 4. Becker had the lead here by about a corner, and I thought Shelton at this point was going to have the momentum to maybe get him at the line. Wow. That was the margin at the start-finish line between the 7 and the 9 cars, and what a finish here today at Atlanta. Mike Becker gets his first victory of the season, averaging 185, 551. 100th of a second was the margin of victory in today's race. And that second place finish should solidify second place in the points for Jessica Shelton behind Seth Cole. Wow. What a finish to the season here. Rest of the finishing order here, Zachary Fitzwater comes home 3rd. Laura Chung comes home 4th. 5th will go to Trent Dunham. 6th to Joshua Osborne. 7th to Zach Winkle. 8th to Nathan Hudson. 9th, Zach Rogers. 10th to James Sykes. Mitchell Collins 11th. 12th will be Stephen Cullen. 13th will be Dylan Poteet. William Brock 14th, and Matt McIntyre. Phil Parker. Jay Jefferson. Colton Schwartz. Keith Batson. And Chelsea Bowles the top 20. Levi McIntyre 21st. Daniel Bouchard 22nd. Ryan George 23rd. Charles Sanford 24th. Kyle Matthews 25th. Seth Cole 26th and 27th. We'll go to Quentin Moore. Johnny Garner 28th. Kat Batson 29th. Jacob Thibodeau 30th. Dylan Young. Keb Shearer. Cole Deaver. Rob Evans. Shea Derryman. Zed Weinstein. Jordan Anderson. Jesse Turner. Travis Furness. Aaron Macklin. And Matt Haas is the finishing order for today's race here at Atlanta. And what a classic to close things out for season 29, the Napa Know-How 500. Wow, I had this feeling when the green flag was going to drop for this race, we was going to have probably one of the best races of the season, and boy, this race did not disappoint though here today, as Mike Becker gets his first victory of the season, his only one for season 28. As this is of course the season finale, and what a duel between he and Jessica Shelton down to the wire. Becker leads 1 lap, then Shelton leads another lap, then Becker leads his lap, and it was back and forth, a seesaw, if you will, between those two drivers here. So we'll give you the points review coming up next will be the points review for season 28. The Castrol GTX Cup Series here, as again, congratulations again to Mike Becker, the winner of the Napa Know-How 500. We'll be back for the points review.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?
Welcome back to the season finale here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As you know, we are as we have the points review from this season up right now here, And indeed, as we mentioned, Seth Cole already clinched the championship at the race at Phoenix, Arizona, so he's already a champ, as he will win it by 86 points over Jessica Shelton, who finished second place in the points. Point count of 4473 to 4387. So stats here are just about darn near even, excuse me, right there. Seth with an average finish of 12.91, Jess at 13.71. Here both had 3 wins this season. Here Seth had 12 top 5s, 18 top 10 finishes, while Shelton had 11 top 5s and 20 top 10 finishes on the season. Seth just had a better average finish than she did on the season. Here he also had 4 poles this season. Shelton only had 1. So that's the points total between first and second. Keith Batson will finish the season in third position by with one win, 6 top 5s, and 15 top 10 finishes. Actually, so my mistake on saying when Keith had won a race here. So earlier this season, I want to say won. Yeah, Keith actually won at Dover. Was when he won. So I'm my mistake on saying that Keith had not won since last season's Daytona 500. So my mistake on that. He actually won this season's second race at Dover. So that was my mistake on my part here on Keith's status. So 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 15 top 10 finishes for Keith Batson, and also 1 pole position, and a point total of 43-23. Fourth position in points was Cole Deaver. He had 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 13 top 10 finishes, and 3 pole positions. And fifth place in the points was Trent Dunham, who had 1 win, 7 top 5s, and 18 top 10 finishes on the season. And so that was how the top 5 in the points ended up here. Kyle Matthews comes home 6th place in the points. He had 1 win, 7 top 5s, 14 top 10 finishes. He had 2 pole positions. That 1 win, of course, coming in the Daytona 500. He also won the All-Stars at Charlotte as well, too. Zach Rogers comes home in 7th place in the points. He almost caught Matthews, by the way, for 6th position in the points, but Zach led them all this season in wins with 4 wins on the season total for Zach. He also had 9 top 5s and 14 top 10 finishes and 3 pole positions on the season. Charles Sandberg comes home 8th place in the points. He unfortunately went winless, but he did score up 7 top 5s and 13 top 10s and 2 victories, or 2 pole positions, excuse me. He was winless, as I mentioned. But Charles like to come out swinging next season, obviously. Levi McIntyre holds on to the 9th position in the points. He ends up with 1 win that came in the 600 at Charlotte. He also had 8 top 5s and 11 top 10 finishes on the season, and 3 pole positions. And running up the top 10 in the points was Joshua Osborne, who had 2 wins, 6 top 5s, and 13 top 10 finishes on the season. Those 2 wins he had came in the Brickyard 400, and he also won the second Michigan race this season, and held off Johnny Gardner by a scant 39 points for that 10th spot. Johnny Gardner comes home in 11th place in points. He had 1 win, 8 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. William Brock was 12th in the points, no wins, but 5 top 5s and 12 top 10 finishes. Same stats for Dylan Young, no wins, 5 top 5s and 12 top 10s, and was 12 points away from passing Brock in the points. Actually, Brock got past Dylan Young in the points, excuse me on that one. Keb Shear was 14th in the points. He ends up finishing with 3 wins, 5 top 5s, and 13 top 10s, and he had 2 pole positions, and a point total of 38.07. And Dylan Poteet ends up with 15th place in the points. He had 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 10 top 10 finishes, and 1 pole position. Matt McIntyre moved up to 16th place in the points. Quentin Moore was 17th. Jesse Turner 18th. Nathan Hudson comes home 19th. And Colton Schwartz is your Rookie of the Year this season. He ends up with 20th place in the points. And he had that 1 win that came in the Southern 500 Darlington. 3 top 5s and 4 top 10 finishes on the season. In fact, the top 19 of the points all scored 10 top 10s or more this season. So that shows you how competitive this season's kind of been so far as top 10 finishes in a season. In fact, every driver in this field, by the way, this season also every driver in this field this season all scored at least 1 top 10 finish, which is a pretty impressive stat. I will definitely say that. 21st was Phil Parker. 22nd was Mitchell Collins. 23rd in the points this season was Zachary Fitzwater. Mike Becker's victory at Atlanta today moved him up to 24th in the points, so he ends up with a top 25 finish. He had 1 pole, 2 top 5s, and 6 top 10 finishes. He came on late in the season, but imagine if he hadn't had that slow start. He did score also a pole position this season as well, too. Cat Batson was 25th in the points. Ed Weinstein 26th in his comeback season. No wins, but he had 2 top 5s and 4 top 10 finishes. Jay Jefferson finished 27th in the points. Stephen Cohen 28th. He moved up to the top 30 in the points after Atlanta moved up 3 spots, 28th in the place in the points. He ended up with 3 top 5s and 6 top 10 finishes. Chelsea Bowles were the only Chrysler Imperial in the field. She ends up 29th in the points with no wins, 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s. And Daniel Bouchard rounds out the top 30 in the points with 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. So 1 win, of course, coming in the Die Hard 500 at Talladega. Aaron Macklin also scored a win this season. He ends up 31st in the points. And Matt Haas, Matt Haas and Rob Evans both also scored a win. Haas come in 35th in the points, and Evans was 37th in the points. Rest of the order, I should say, Macklin was 31st, then Ryan George 32nd, Thibodeau was 33rd, matching his car number in the points. Zach Winkle was 34th in the points, then Matt Haas 35th, James Sykes 36th, Rob Evans 37th, Laura Chung 38th, Travis Furnace 39th in the points, and Jordan Anderson was 40th, and Shea Dairyman unfortunately brought up the rear in last place. He scored that lone top 10 when he finished second place in the race at New Hampshire to Cole Deaver. That was about back in the middle of the season. So all in all, So all in all, 22 drivers have won races this season in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Another great season in season 28. And that is your points review for the season here. Congratulations again to Mike Becker, the winner of the today's Napa Know-How 500, and to Seth Cole, the Castrol GTX Cup Series champion for season 28. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in-our races, we got gaming videos, we got in-our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA and in Castrol GTX Cup Series champion this season, Seth Cole, with desires for his channel. And also be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is also on his channel, and a lot of other cool stuff here on the NNSCRA, and two other series from the NNSCRA that's in existence besides Seth's series and my series as well, and that is the NNSCRA T-Mobile Cup Series from Dylan Young, which is X8675309-808X's channel. Be sure to subscribe to his channel to get into that series, and also along with to view some of his cool stuff on his channel. And same thing with Levi McIntyre's channel, which is FrashMan899. He's the guy who does the NNSCRA Marble Studios Cup Series. So be sure to give that. Be sure to also give that channel a subscribe as well too, and become part of that series as well as some cool stuff on his channel too. So thank you all for participating this season in season 28 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series here. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you for season 29 Speedweeks at Daytona.